What's up with YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm back with another video. As you can see as the title, yes, I'm going to be talking about a little something more different. But the only reason why is because I feel like most teenagers or some teenagers, you know, are going through things like this and probably need help or don't know where to turn or don't know what to do. I'm here to tell you my story and my testimony and how I got through it and where I came from to where I am now. Before I get into that video, happy Valentine's Day to all the couples that's out there celebrating. But yeah, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and leave your comments down below and turn on your bell notification. Excuse my fingers because my nails literally just broke today. So let's get straight into this video so I could start and let y'all know a little more about me and my life, because my first video I didn't have an introduction or nothing like that. I just started and just went from there. So yeah, let's get it and let's go. Okay, so first I want to start by saying, for those who don't know me, my real name is Julia. My middle name is Chanel. That's why I call my channel The Real Chanel. I'm 24 years old. My birthday is October 30th, and I was born in 1995. I'm from Oakland, California, for those who don't know, but currently right now I live in Stockton, California. I go to church in Berkeley, California, yes. So I want to get down to the nitty gritty of teenagers nowadays thinking that, you know, you go through depression or a breakup. Like, I know people nowadays get confused or don't know where to turn, because I was in that boat once upon a time. So I'm gonna just tell a little bit of my story. When I was 15 years old, I ended up having my first boyfriend. Honestly, y'all, let me tell y'all, before I even get into that, I was going through little things when I was like younger, but I feel like it got worse once I started dating. Like, once I started really dating and having like a boyfriend and stuff like that, and really start getting into relationships, that's when life felt like, okay, like, this is not okay. This is hurtful. This hurt. This is what love is. I don't want it. For those who are watching me, sorry to get sidetracked, but I will be releasing, you know, information that people kind of probably didn't know about me and stuff like that. I will be getting down to the nitty gritty and personal, and it's only because I just want to show my YouTube people, and I want to show people out there that I'm a regular person, and you know, everybody goes through a lot in life. I really didn't know too much about relationships, but I just knew that the dude I was dating, he was a little older than me. So, you know, I was just like, okay, like, this is my first boyfriend, this is this and this is that. So we would go on like little dates and stuff like that. I never, in every relationship I ever been in, I never got abused. I got treated messed up, like mentally, never physically though. I end up getting pregnant. So the way my parents felt about that, my mom and my dad wasn't mad. It was mainly my brother that was mad. My sister, I can't really remember or can tell how she even felt, but my brother was for sure mad. My mom wasn't mad. She was more excited because my family doesn't believe in abortions. So, you know, we look at it like everything happens for a reason. I had a miscarriage. And after that, y'all, like, I felt like my relationship went downhill with the person that I was dating, because we tried back to back to back to back to back, and it never ended up happening again. And I'm like, okay, at this point, like, we're pointing fingers at each other. He's thinking it's me and I'm thinking it's him. So like, we're always at the doctor, like, so what is it? Like, you know, and the doctors never had the right answer. Like, oh, it's not you or it's not him. Maybe it's just not the right time. But me being young and him wanting a family so bad, it was just like, okay, like, bitch, it's you. And like, I just took it in and sucked it in and was like, okay, it's me. And I started getting depressed about it. We ended up breaking up. Basically, we didn't see eye to eye. We just ended up being friends. What traumatized me, once we broke up, he went to somebody else and got someone else pregnant. And I was like, okay. When I figured out about it, I was still so in love with him because we was dating for 4 years, and that was my longest relationship. So, you know, he was there through everything. Like, everything. When my auntie Pam passed away, used to go through stuff in our family and stuff like that. And he never turned his back on me. And you know, he was a good person. He wasn't a bad boyfriend. He was a good person, but we just couldn't see eye to eye. Like something wasn't clicking. Like we just always we had our good days, but it was more like we just bumped heads too much. Like I never wanted to listen to him, and he always thought he was right, and I always thought I was right. You break up with your boyfriend and y'all are continuing to be cool, continuing to talk, continuing to do what y'all was doing. But what hurt me the most is like you end up getting somebody else pregnant, and you did that because you wanted a family and I couldn't give you what you wanted. So you up and left me because of that situation. To this day, I really don't know if that's what it was, y'all. But now I don't care about it. But to this day, I really don't know. But salute to him though. No lie. I'm not going to throw him under the bus because he's a good ass dad. Like good father, because it surprised the hell out of me. And then to this day, we're cool, but we're not cool. Like it's a boundary because of, you know, his relationship he got going on. And I respect it. I don't have no choice but to respect it. If he ever need me, he call me, I'm going to come. I will hope the same for him. But the feelings and all of that, it's not there no more. Like, I love him as a friend. I wouldn't want nothing to happen to him, but I'm not in love with him anymore. That relationship kind of messed me up on that because I was just like, I can't have kids and I don't know what's going on. I started asking myself, like, am I not good enough for you? Like, am I not skinny enough? Am I not slim enough? Like, am I not light enough? And once he finally completely left and went on with his life, I got depressed. When I tell y'all, a depression that I will never want to go to anymore. Like, it was to the point where I tried to kill myself multiple times, slice my wrist up multiple times. Like, I done literally stood in the middle of my kitchen at home alone, like with a knife in my hand, crying, bulging like down. Like, I don't know if I'm not good enough. Like, why am I here? What is my purpose? I'm just so confused. I just don't get it. I was so depressed, y'all. Like, I wouldn't go outside for hella long. I wasn't talking to nobody for hella long. I dropped out of school for this person. Like, I didn't even get my high school diploma or half of my education that I suppose I had got and satisfy his needs and forget about mine. Like, you know, and every time I tried to, it never worked. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, y'all probably can't. Well, yeah, y'all not gonna see. But it's cut marks on my arm right here that I did. I didn't succeed with that because every time, you know, I got to cutting and stuff like that, like, it was just like, bro, this is not worth it. Like, something just kept telling me, like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Like, you're going to go through things like this. You're going to make it out. It's going to be okay. I never told nobody. My mom never knew. My dad, my sister, my brother, nobody never knew. He never knew about it. I mean, he took it as a joke, honestly. Like, I would tell him stuff like that just to get his attention or just to get him to come back to me, thinking that was going to be like, oh, he coming back because of what I just said. But that wasn't the case, and that never worked. Like, that was kind of pushing him away and looking at me like, okay, like, something wrong with you. You really crazy. And, you know, I continued to go to church and stuff like that, and I was just praying, and I was getting closer and closer to God. And the older I got, you know, I just started, you know, building a relationship up with God at a young age. And I was just like, you know, I just want to be different. I don't want this anymore. Years passed and I ended up getting over it. I had moved to Stockton, and I moved from, well, at that time when I was 15 and I was going through all of that, I was living in West Oakland and he was living in North Oakland. So it didn't make it no better because we were hella close. Like, every time I leave out my house or, you know, go somewhere, I see him, he see me, not even on purpose. And I'm just like, okay, this is not going to work. So we end up moving to Stockton. And when we moved to Stockton, everything got better because I was in a different atmosphere. And I wasn't seeing him no more. I wasn't talking to him no more. Like, we lost full contact. In the midst of me still trying to be with him while he's like dissing me, I was like, wait, a stalker. And I didn't like that. Like, I really started going crazy, like sitting outside in front of his house type shit. Like, riding around his house hoping and praying that he come out, or like, you know, texting him or making up excuses just to get his attention. Like, I didn't like that. And now that I look back on it, it was like, wow, what a disgrace just to get a nigga attention. Anyways, we moved to Stockton, and it got better because, you know, we lost contact and stuff like that, and years passed while I was out here. So the next person I end up dating, he was my friend before we started dating. He used to hang out with my best friend, and I used to hang out with these three sisters that was something like my best friend. He was always in the group, but I used to always just never say nothing to him. I just used to tell my friends like, oh, he's hecka cute, but I never pushed the issue. Once my boy best friend passed away, everybody ended up separating. Like, he was the glue to the circle. Everybody ended up separating. He went his way. The girls, they went their way. I went my way. Everybody got older and basically forgot about each other. I ended up coming across the dude that I always thought was cute. We end up, you know, linking up on Facebook. I reached out first, of course, because I saw a picture of him. And I was like, ooh, I remember him. Like, that used to be the dude that was around. So I reached out to him, and we started like talking on a friend level and stuff like that. And then like we had talked for like a couple of months without even dating. We had like just talked for a couple of months, and then he went missing in action, and he had told me that he had a baby on the way and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, I can respect that. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with me and her, so I'm gonna just, you know, deal with this. I was just like, okay, whatever. So like I could say like a year passed. We wasn't talking for a minute, and then he finally had came back out of nowhere on Facebook, and then we start talking again or whatever, and then we finally linked up, and he finally came to my house for the first time. And since that day he came to my house, like it was over from there. Like me and him was just like this, like couldn't separate me from him. So you know, I ended up getting a bond with his kid. His situation, I became devastated also because as I'm older now, I'm on a whole nother different level. Like I remember everything from when I was 15. So I'm like, okay, like I done got put up on game in that relationship. I'm not about to come in the next relationship and be like, like, no. I'm gonna come up in this relationship and be on point. So I'm not no gang goofy female, you know? And he was looking at me like, oh, you're different for real. And I was like, yeah, like, yeah. I told him about my past, you know, I let him know everything or whatever that was going on. So, you know, he respected it and he understood or whatever. So as like a year went past, stuff started going downhill. Like I started peeping certain things, and I'm just like, bro, like he was the type, I tell him something and he know that I don't like it, he'll do it anyway. Like at this point, you're just trying to get a reaction out of me. Okay, you're going to get that reaction. So we were like bumping heads for real. Like it didn't make no sense at all. And I was like, okay. So I thought that if we took a break, it would be better. We tried everything. It did not get better at all. We kept breaking up. Like it was just like breakup after breakup after breakup. But it never was an official breakup. Like we lived together and everything. It never was an official breakup. Like we used to always still talk through the breakup, but we just wasn't seeing each other. Like you stay away for a minute and I'm gonna stay away from a minute, but you know, I talk to you every now and again. With me breaking up with him and I guess not giving him the attention that he wanted, next thing you know, here you go, come out of the blue, and now you got a baby on the way. I'm like, okay. So of course this is gonna hurt me. Of course I'm gonna be devastated, because for one, I even tried it with him and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, maybe God is trying to tell me that you're not ready for kids right now, or I got something different stored in place for you or something. Because when I tell y'all I tried too much to the point where it started to irritate the out of me, I was like, all right, I'm over it. Like I don't even care no more at this point. So when he went off and did that, I was just like, okay, this is a repeat. But the way that I found out about it, y'all, really is what irritated me. I get a text message out of the blue from his sister, and she texted and said, oh, congratulations. And I was like, congratulations to who? And I was like, you talking about congratulations? I'm not even with your brother no more. Like, what? I was hurt inside because I'm like, bruh, this is happening again. Like, oh my gosh, this is happening again. So I just let it go. So the next day he called me and was like, you know, I got a baby on the way. I want to tell you for myself. I don't want the internet to tell you. I don't want you to hear from nobody else. And I was like, oh, too late. I heard it from somebody else and I don't care. So I started going in and I started going off or whatever like that. I'm not gonna lie. Now that person, I can't respect no more. Like, I don't hate him. You know, I forgive him for what he did. But for you to pull that move after I told you that I done been through that same exact situation already, and for you to turn around and do it again, you already used to do out of pocket shit. So it was just like, okay, now this is the icing on the cake. Like, now you're doing too much. I didn't try to forgive this man. I didn't try to rock with him through his worst times, his worst days. Like, I accepted his flaws in all. And I ain't get nothing out of it except for sleepless nights and stress and growing gray hairs, y'all. Like, I ain't get nothing out of it at all. So once me and him started talking, like, you know, the whole 2019, I told myself, like, I'm not about to talk to him no more. I don't got time for this. Like, I deserve better. I just was crying to God and was like, I don't understand it. I give a man my all. And, you know, I'm a good-hearted person. I know I'm not the problem. I try not to be a burden on my relationship. So some stuff I do let slide. And some stuff I won't trip off of, you know, like, I got to the point where I was just like, okay, I don't want to argue. Let's talk about it. Or, you know, just forget about it. Like, ignore it. Change the subject. So after that happened with him, like, I got depressed again. And I prayed to God and I said, listen, I refuse to go back to how I used to be. I will not be that depressed person that's trying to kill herself. I will not be that depressed person that's trying to question what she is on this earth for. So my relationship with God, once again, started building up. Something hit me the day after Thanksgiving. Oh, but rewind before I get to that. When I was going through my depression with him, after I broke up with him, I started drinking. When I tell y'all, I was drinking, it didn't make no sense at all how much a person could drink. I was drinking 24/7 back to back, like waking up drunk, going to sleep drunk. Like, I felt like that was the only thing that could numb my pain. And I was just like, I don't care. Like, this is what's numbing my pain. This is what's making me feel better. Like, it is what it is. I clubbed 24/7. I partied all night. I didn't care about nothing nobody was talking about. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I woke up drunk with a bottle. I went to sleep drunk with a bottle. Hennessy after the Hennessy after Hennessy after Hennessy. I talked to whoever I wanted to talk to just to take the pain away. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't care. I just didn't care at all. But the day after Thanksgiving, I woke up and I felt so different. I said, something ain't right. Something is changed. So I sat on my bed and I said, Jesus, I know it's you because it's not a bad feeling. I said, whatever it is, keep it there. Don't take it away. Keep it right there. Because whatever it is, he's trying to show me and tell me that I want this for you, not this, what you're doing. So y'all, I took it out of myself to stop drinking. God told me when 2020 come, I want different for you. And it's crazy because I feel like he spoke to me through somebody else. Because when I tell you, the person that spoke to me this way, he usually talked to me, you know, and we usually have heart-to-heart conversations. But the way he was speaking, he was just like, this is your year. Like, I feel it and I see it. This is your year. And he was talking about the relationship stuff and all that. I'm just like, okay. And after that, y'all, I cut the toxic people out of my life. I barely got friends now. I prayed on that. I was like, Lord, it's something that you're doing in 2020. I don't know what it is, but I want to be part of it. When I tell y'all 2020 is about to be dope for me, like, I don't even remember the last time I even went to like a bar or a turn up. I don't talk to that person no more. I used to just be so depressed, so sad. Like, I really wish you could, I see him now and forget that I even used to talk to him. I just be like, y'all, my mind be somewhere else. Like, I'm just so proud of myself, and I just thank God. The reason why I make this video and the reason why I'm telling everybody this is because I done been through hell and back. Hell and back. I'm so young, and I always felt like I had to have a boyfriend to be loved. I had to have somebody around me or have a title just to be loved. But God said, no, I am love. I am the beginning and the end. Did you forget? Oh, I think you forgot. I usually trip off of me being single. He told me, baby, I'm going to show you that you don't need nobody but me. Love me first, then I'll give you somebody else to love. I just want a man that love you as much as I love you. I want to worship at the altar together. I want to pray every night, every morning, every evening with my husband together. You know, I do want a family someday. I was questioning about, you know, me being pregnant and, you know, having kids, but I had to let that go too, because when I look at certain situations, I just be like, my niece too bad. I couldn't do it. I'm just like, Lord, you know exactly what to do at the right time. And, you know, we might not think that he knows what he's doing, or we might question him at times because it's things hoped for and not things seen. So it's normal for us to be like, I don't get it. Like, what's next? Like, what are you taking me through? Like, what am I supposed to do next? Because I was at that road, but now I just be like, well, if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. God is not about to put me in a place where I'm too uncomfortable and gonna have me in that depressed mode again. I refuse, and I do not claim it at all. As long as you keep the faith in God and you know and believe that it's gonna change and it's gonna get better, you're gonna be straight. You're gonna have days where you're sad, you're crying yourself to sleep. You know, you're gonna have days where you feel like the world is against you and it's just you by yourself. I mean, it be like that sometimes, but it's no need to take your life. It's no need to turn to alcohol. It's no need to turn to drugs at all, because that's not doing nothing but making it worse and messing your body up and making your days shorter on this earth. God is the way and God is the reason. And I'm here to tell a young person my age or going through something that I was going through, that it is going to be okay. All you got to do is have faith, have a little bit of faith. You ain't even got to have a lot. Have a little bit of faith and God will come through. Right now in my life, I'm not worried about no boyfriends. I'm not worried about relationship statuses or all of that. Y'all, I'm taking trips. I just came back from Mexico. I'm about to go to Miami. I'm working on my weight loss journey. I'm eating healthier now. I'm happier than what I've been, and God is just overflowing my blessings, and I can feel it and I can see it happening already. I always wanted to be a gospel singer or whatever, and I pray on that every night and every morning. Lord, if this is your will and if this is what you want to be done for me to spread your word to the younger people or to whoever needs to hear it and bring them closer to you, then so be it. I pray it every night, every morning, and I feel it and I see it, and I know that God is in the process of working of 2020. So if you believe it and if you see it, all you got to do is just walk with him. He will never lead you nowhere wrong, because me, 24-year-old, I'm still going through stuff, y'all. I'm still going through stuff, like literally still going through things, like for real. And I be confused at times, but I just let it go. I just sit back and be like, it is what it is. God know what he doing. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come on here to, you know, talk to some people that's probably going through some things or whatever. Hopefully this video helped. I really pray and hope that it did, because I feel like I needed to get it off my chest. So anyways, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and leave your comments down below, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.